Hello guys, tonight I'm loading the dehydrator and I already have 2 trays of crackers, onion, black sesame crackers in preparation there. I switched the dehydrator off, so don't be misled that Samsung silent dehydrator is that silent. No, it is not. So in addition to that, we will be cooking whatever will fit. So I have 7 trays remaining, and one of the biggest things that I'm considering for tonight is granola, because I've been looking for making it for quite a while because I used to eat it every day for breakfast, and I for some reason stopped making it, and now I decided to return back to it because it's one of the quick foods which are extremely nutritious that will not require me to do any preparation for about a week or so while it lasts. And plus, another benefit is that I can use it with protein shake, for example. So I really like Garden of Life protein powder, that is raw pea protein, and that one contains enzymes. So if you're only starting on raw diet and you need to kind of rebuild your digestive system a little bit, you can consider that protein powder. And I think I have it here. Here it is. I got this one. So the mix with greens. It tastes in a very funny way if you're accustomed to normal protein powders or sweetened protein powders, because this one is unsweetened. So, however, you will build habit really quickly for it, I think, if you give it a try. At least I like it. The only concern with that protein powder, I remember reading the reviews, some people found out that they have excessive tungsten in their formulations, so there might be some concern with heavy metals. So be mindful of that and do your own research. But let's get us started with granola, because it will take us some time. So for this recipe, as you already know, we will need a blender and a dehydrator. The blender is a convenient appliance here because you can technically make the date paste yourself, and our granola will be with no added sugar, but it will be with dates. So all fiber will be intact, it will be raw, so there will be no breakdown of fiber and simple sugars, and we will get all this beautiful sweetness to it. In addition to that, I might consider switching a little bit, making this granola a little bit more like with some sour notes, and I also will be adding cacao powder. So it will be basically cacao cream that will be coating our granola. But the main components of this raw granola will be the following. So I want to make black sesame seed, chia, flax, and almond granola this time around. I think this chocolate paste will be so versatile. You can use it in a variety of circumstances, and later I will show you alternatives to chocolate kind, and when we will be making different desserts from more fruity palette, more fall palette probably. Maybe let's get us started. An initial step for this recipe is to soak the dates with warm water, because again, just hygienic reasons. So I'll just take a bowl and we'll make some hot water. And while the water for dates, for soaking them, is getting heated up, I use microwave oven for that, we will start mixing the dry ingredients until this big sound. So we will put black sesame seeds. Again, I will reiterate that black sesame seeds are an amazing source of protein, calcium, and it's all bioavailable and wholesome. Plus, of course, I'm not even mentioning fiber on this channel because I think everything that I eat is just fiber with some substance to it. So, putting a bunch of sesame seeds and flax seeds on top. Again, who in a normal state of mind will be eating plain flax seeds? So we need to mask them. We always need to mask them. So we're putting a bunch here then you probably won't need them anymore. So we will grab chia seeds now. Also, chia seeds are not tasty. To me, they actually taste like fish. And we'll put cacao powder now. Why not? And we can also, by the way, add sea salt to this mixture too, if you're into those woohoo kinky things when it comes to desserts. So we can add stuff. I heard you. Just a little bit. There will be some happy flakes because my sea salt size is kind of on par with the size of the ingredients. So I mean, there will be probably 5, whatever, 10 flakes of granola that will have sea salt. But okay, logic left the chat. So we will now get our dates started. Ooh, yo. Carefully. So the dates. The water is pretty warm. Tell me that the dates won't be raw at this point. Partially might be not. So I'm just putting all of them in. The sweeter the better, eh? Plus again, we have different plans for this. Actually, since I put chocolate here, now I got you. So we will now chop almonds while the dates are soaking. And of course, you could also soak the almonds well in water before doing this in salt water. It's actually very entertaining. But you know what? I didn't have time for that. When food, nutrition, become my source of income, I will, with pleasure, be soaking nuts and other things too. So subscribe to my channel, press likes, to leave comments too, in order to ensure that I soak my nuts. My hand, by the way, if you see it looking rough, it's, you know why? Because my dog is now getting trained on using bathroom accurately and properly. Plus, I started walking him, such that we gradually relocate his habits outdoors. And the weather when I walk him is typically not perfect. And my body is not designed to live in cold climate. I really like Mediterranean climate. And here, when there is wind, cold, plus also cleaning after him, plus I'm like kind of hygiene freak, so you will ask me why I got the dog, but keep your question to yourself this time around. I wash hands every time I switch from my dog to some activity that involves me touching my face and eating. So, and even though in one of the videos I think I touched my face with him, doesn't matter. There is some area, there is some equator on my face beyond which I cannot propagate the dog atmosphere, basically. So, yeah, my hands, they cannot stand cold at all. And don't even put any advice for lotions, for natural oils, for nutritious, argan oil or jojoba. They won't work. They just don't. The skin at this point doesn't soak up anything because it's just dead. I just needed to shed off, and I don't know how to do it elegantly because if I wore glove, it would look even more brutal. So I apologize for that. So I'm still chopping the nuts, as you can see, and nuts chopping. If I was soaking them, so I would need to soak them, then I would need to peel the skins off, and only then I would chop them. So it's a lot of work, you know. Not ready for that. Everything's swollen, and my hand is swollen. So, okay, it doesn't matter. It will be large, but I will, so to speak, like that. So we're putting nuts in the bowl. In the bowl, we're putting nuts. And now we can drain the dates. And we can prepare to make my neighbors happy with running the blender right before they go to bed. So the cutting board goes here, as I don't know if I will need it. So let's clean the dates. Let's liberate them from the pits. Let's taste them. Here's mayo. I actually had an epic fail once. I put, not even once, twice. When I have a bunch of dates to clean, to pit, I sometimes forget what goes where, and I end up putting pits inside of the blender and dates to kind of waste area. So, and then I have very crunchy granola. Or you can make it like a lucky granola, you know? You can make superstition out of it. We'll get the pick. We'll get some good news or something like that. So, dates, here they are, dates. I'm transferring them into the blender. And then I have a glass of water here, and it's not just sitting in here. It actually will be added. I might need more than that, so I will go for the second one. And then let's do something cool as well, because chocolate and lime, do they work together? I think they might. So let's take lime. Lime. I hope it will also work as a preservative if there is anything to preserve in this meal, because I mean it will be dry, so bacteria doesn't like to live in dry environment. I'm washing it with baking soda because limes, lemons, they are often contaminated with different stuff. Whole Foods, actually, Whole Foods, if you're watching me there from Whole Foods, please do something such that your lemons and limes, they don't get moldy the moment you bring them from the store. So please take it into account, and also cucumbers. Another thing, while I'm in the complaint mode, actually, if somebody from Ninja is watching me right now, please make sure that your lid does not capture water, because I always have this surprise after I fully dry the whole blender, the whole construction, and the lid, whenever I start pouring something out of the blender using this thing. Water comes out of something here. I cannot figure out where is that magical fucking channel, but the water keeps coming out. And I don't know what water it is. Is it water with the solution from the dishwasher? Is it the last water that rinsed my dishes? Water from the faucet from like 2 weeks ago? What is this? So if you can reconsider, the lid design will be fabulous. Here I am with lime, by the way. Here it is. And the cutting board, we actually will, we won't need it. We'll do it on the air. So first we need zest. Lime zest is phenomenal, it's fabulous. And probably with this recipe, combination of lemon and vanilla would be good. But we will make just lime. So we need a grater and watch my hands. Actually, let's do zest here. Well, we'll do it like this. I got myself, by the way, anti-cut gloves. But I don't know what to do with them because they stink. They stink like some chemical and I cannot get rid of it. So whenever I make anything with sharp objects and I try to use them, all food would smell like that cardboard. So if manufacturers of safe cutting gloves are watching me right now, please do something or invent a solution that would take away the odor if you're marketing your product for food grade applications. Because I washed them multiple times with dishwashing solution and it didn't work. So I'm grating the lime peel, and here we go. Actually, I'm wearing ponytail today because if you noticed in my past 2 videos, I had hair notably different than from the videos before. And the reason for that was that I moved and I went to the local hair salon. And if you're watching me there in that local hair salon, please know that I left you a review on Google Reviews. Because hair after the hair salon should look better than before the hair salon, not vice versa. So now, when I go to the other one, I will just bring my videos from before I went to this local hair salon, and I will ask them literally to return my hair to that shape. Because excuse me, like, you take care of it, you grow it, you nurture it, and then voila, somebody decides to like give revenge to their abusive mother by reminding me about abusive mothers. And like roll me literally. She was pulling me. I was rolling on a chair back and forth while she was styling me. She didn't see my hair before they got washed. So it was a complete surprise for everybody. And then she just put a blow dryer literally like this into my scalp. I maybe even got silly after that because my brain got fried. So if anyone who knows what brain zones are responsible for, please let me know what these segments of the brain do. Because I have suspicion now. So yeah. That's why I'm in ponytail now. So we put zest. Now we need to put the juice and zest. I will just squeeze it manually because I don't have that provocative looking tool that I used to. It was manual and it looked like some accessory you might be familiar with. It looked like that accessory that you just stick in and rotate, and it squeezes the juice. Ooh, it was super mega echo. I liked it a lot. So I will just do it by hand this time around. And this is the moment when I remembered that I have a bunch of wounds in my hand. Wow! That's the best sensation on earth, isn't it? Ouch. I bet if you look on Google about the properties of lime, like medicinal properties, it's probably mega healing, antibacterial, and improves the reparative properties of the skin. And then the slogan, if it hurts, it works. Ouch. God damn. So, now we need to blend this thing. Let's do it. You see what I mean? You shake it and there's water. I don't know, there's like literal water that fits inside of this lid. Buckle up.
Mamma pazzo fare una figlia regina, oh figlio fa la cina la fa, e non mi fa la cina, non mi mette con le ca. Oh figlio fa la cina la fa, e non mi fa la cina, non mi mette con le ca. A ballare!
It seems like it's ready. So let's pour it. So, manufacturing of Ninja. I have to do this. And actually, other than that, I have only one complaint, is that the base seems to crack after. So, I already have the second one, and I have the same problem. The base of the container tends to crack. So, but maybe it's fine. It doesn't affect the performance necessarily, so I'm okay with that. So we have this paste. A lot of it. Let's taste them. It's very tasty. Now let's throw it somewhere. I don't know where to put it. So, no space for it. We're putting this liquid. Whoops. I guess I'm not making coated nuts. Good rinse is enough. So, go straight there. Up. And now we will stir it. And it will get jellier and jellier and jellier because of chia, flax, all of those agents. So, it smells mega good. Don't you dare. With chocolate or with lime. It's just the height of the culinary art. No. Culinary raw art. Let's add specifications to validate my statement about the height. So, this is how it looks. And at the moment when it's no longer running down the bottom of the bowl, we can spread it on the dehydrator sheet and dehydrator with our crackers. So, as you can see, we will be breaking down the seeds only with our teeth in airless environment, unless you, what's the word in English? Basically, you eat like, or you have urge to talk during eating. So the fats in the nuts will not oxidize. I'm repeating all these health facts like mantra. I'm learning them and I'm saying them. But of course, there will be a million of considerations taken into account. You know, when somebody claims that this food is evil, and you should read why. For whom it's evil, in what circumstance, prepared how, and so on and so forth. Like, you know, if I take this mixture and put it on a pan and fry it, it will literally become carcinogen. And that's why I'm not doing this. For many other reasons too. So now, it's more, you see, it doesn't fall as quickly. So now we can actually put it on the dehydrator sheet. Again, it holds together pretty well, so you see. And we can use mesh sheet instead of the silicone. So initially prepared is silicone, but silicone will not be necessary. The only problem is that where are my mesh sheets? That's all. That's the only issue I have right now with that. So we will need probably a couple by one at a time. And let's just start spreading it. Spread it thin. Spread it thin. But we have elements, but so it doesn't matter. It's fine. So we'll spread it thin because we want it to be brittle, nice, and we also want it to preserve well. So the less residual moisture you have in your granola, the better. And at the same time, you don't want to sit and dehydrate it for 50 hours because I need to eat something. For some reason, I want to speak Italian right now, but I don't know the language well. So I need it by tomorrow morning. That's why I'm doing this in the thinnest way possible. A little bit of work now, a little bit of investment. It's investment mindset, you know. Actually, working remotely now is interesting because I need to actually, and plus I don't live in an exciting place necessarily. I would much rather live somewhere in Florida, somewhere in Naples, and I would just swim in the ocean every morning and every evening, and I would be probably very likely, I would be very much happier about this. And instead, I have to enjoy my walks with my dog along the road. So it's not an amazing experience for a daily activity. And such that you know my history a little bit, I used to live in big cities in Russia. And Russia is a very walkable country in general. So the big cities in Russia. So I always lived in downtown of everywhere I lived. And it was amazing because when you live in some historical center, you can indulge really in walking, get different experiences, and cities are typically, in Russia, historical centers are typically safe for pedestrians to walk around. In America, it's a little bit different because the safe spaces are typically located on the outskirts, so it's totally different culture. I don't know what people do in the suburbs. I just have no clue what they do. Because there's no stimulus. There's no aesthetical stimulus besides gorgeous nature. Which gorgeous nature will become less gorgeous as soon as it's already less gorgeous because it's fall and the trees are almost naked now. So for 6 months, it will be much less gorgeous. So that's kind of how it goes. Florida. My hands always hint this to me. Every onset of winter, they hint it to me. So we will be putting this in the dehydrator now. So the most stinky things go on top, so granola goes on the bottom, under the crackers, such that they don't impart a gorgeous vinegar and nutritional yeast scent with onion. Tasty. So this goes here. Now we have the second one. Number 2. So we get number 2. Vanilla extract would be super good here. Just super good. But I don't have any. And with long dehydration, you can actually use the alcohol-based one because, again, alcohol will just evaporate. It will evaporate before the water will evaporate. So if water evaporates, alcohol definitely evaporates. So that's how it works. And yeah, it's actually very... Let me just use my hand. Why am I doing this with a spoon? So maybe it looks like it looks like an efficient process. At the same time, it's granola, so nobody cares that I have a continuous coat, right? Because I'll just be breaking it into flakes. It's not that in principle. So let's just do it. This needs to be thin and distributed. That's all. No. Should I do like spoiler alert? Like, not spoiler alert, just spoiler for the next videos with this? Or should I not? Because I technically can just disclose you 20 recipes and just be like, haha, no videos for those. I mean, you have good fantasy, you have good imagination. But I guess if people come for this video and they learn about those from this video, they might not expect that this video contains those spoilers. So let's just then make other videos about that. Leave something in the comments, feel free. I love to chat, I miss people, kind of. So I'm not a misanthrope, but I miss curious, industrious, and people who are willing to hold a discussion. Those people. And the last one, it will be like a bonus. Some hanging piece. Yeah, it really sticks together. I wonder, like, why the hell in the world, when I make crackers, every single time I wait for so long and they never stick together this well. It doesn't make any sense because physically, these are essentially the same compounds, like water, flax, chia. Mystery. So this one is also ready, and we're good to go. So now we'll be turning on this little whistler and blower, because you know what? If your dehydrator whistles, it might be that it doesn't have enough air circulation on the back. I tried fixing it, and it worked. And actually, on the dehydrator now, one moment. (113 degrees as usual). On the dehydrator now, actually, what did I do? Now, if you have a screwdriver, just simple manual will do. With Samsung. You hear? It starts whistling. No need to turn. Of course, I keep it facing here, facing this way because it's more aesthetical. But this sound, this high-pitched sound, penetrates through the wall, through multiple walls. So it travels through the solid matter very well. So we'll turn it and we'll fix it. But what I want to say is that you can do a thorough wash of your dehydrator, of the sidewalls, and of the... Did I unscrew the top? So basically I had a problem there that I forgot something in it. And so my dehydrator started smelling and I couldn't remove it. And it's very difficult to wash because if you saw the dehydrator on the inside, there are notches on the walls. So if you are attempting to wash it with just some cloth and solution, it's not going to work at all. You need to unscrew the walls and you need to give them a thorough wash with normal solution. That's what I wanted to tell you. Of course, it probably just breaks the warranty, but I mean, I think it's fine. It's such a primitive construction that there's nothing to be worried about. Literally, when you open it, there are like two wires and a fan. So heating element and the fan. I mean, this is the simplest circuit. You probably can just buy it in Home Depot, something like that, and construct it yourself or somewhere online. So it's a really trivial construction. Yeah, so we're now dehydrating and nothing interesting will happen. Crackers, you already seen. Granola. I will take it out. I will break it into pieces. I'll put them in an airtight container. And I will be consuming the granola pieces with this. With these two items. It kind of looks like a ton of protein. Do I need that even? I might just consume it with this alone. Yeah. That's it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, watch other videos, leave your comments. Everything is encouraged, so express yourself. Remember that the rules on my channel are open discussion. Ask your questions. If you think that you misunderstood something, please ask. And always spark curiosity and pursuit of knowledge in yourself and others and in myself. So thank you very much and have a nice time of the day.